All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another riveting episode of the Business B.E.A.R podcast. It's your business development specialist, Connor Norman, here with another exciting episode. Today, we'll be sitting down with Mike Rohm, the co-owner of the new 19th Greene golf simulators located at the Green Turtle at Deep Creek Lake. We are going to learn all from him. But before we go there, let's talk a little bit about the Business B.E.A.R podcast. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, or maybe you're a little familiar with it, but you need some clarification, the Business B.E.A.R podcast is our mover and shaker podcast that lets you know what's happening in our business community. We give announcements, updates, we talk with economic development professionals and our local businesses to kind of profile what's available in our community. If you're interested in having your business featured on the show, give me a call at 301-334-7281. Or you can email me at cnorman@garrettcountymd.gov. Again, that's 301-334-7281. Or email me at cnorman@garrettcountymd.gov. Remember, folks, that any opinions expressed by the host or their guests do not reflect that of Garrett County Business Development or Garrett County Government. Now that the housekeeping's out of the way, let's get into the show and talk to today's guest, an exciting man with exciting things going on. We've got Mr. Mike Rohm with us. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm excited. You know, the weather's a little dingy outside, but we've got a fun day. We're going to be at your spot later today, checking out the golf simulators again. You know, we just had the pleasure of doing the ribbon cutting about a week ago, and that was a phenomenal event, getting to see all that in person, but just being around it, it's a fun atmosphere. You know, you've got the golf simulators, you've got the gaming area, plus you're in Green Turtles, fun atmosphere, great food, great drinks, and great people. I'm just excited to be there later today and checking that out. And we're going to talk all about everything you've got going on to get other people excited to go as well.
No, that's great. We're excited. We're excited to have people there. Like you mentioned, the atmosphere. We've been going there for a long time, and it's just having the TVs with every sports game and golf on there. So it's the atmosphere with the business is we love it.
Well, and you guys really captured it. I don't want to spoil things because people, you need to get in there and see it. Let's talk about you, Mike, before we boil down what the 19th Greene is and all the fun that we're going to be having there. Let's talk about the man behind it. So tell me a little bit about yourself, your partner, and what really brought starting a golf simulator here in Garrett County to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm from Greensboro, Pennsylvania. I grew up there, live in Murraysville, Pennsylvania for the last 15 years. Wonderful wife of 15 years as well, and I have two kids, 10 and 12. So been up that way. We bought our cabin down here in Garrett County, going on 4 years now. So in early 2021, during COVID, you know, so we started coming down this way just because, honestly, we love all four seasons. We love the lake. We skied. The kids skied at young ages. So it was just somewhere we could use all the time. And it's a quick little jaunt. You know, it's from my door to door, it's an hour and 40 minutes.
Awesome.
Everybody says that's a long drive for them. I'll drive down, go home the same day if I need to.
You know, once you start doing it, once you do it for the first or second time, you say, well, that's a little long. You start doing it the third and fourth, and you realize, you know, an hour and 40 minutes really isn't that far.
No, not for the enjoyment. I mean, I used to work in Pittsburgh, and commute every day was an hour and 15, hour and a half each way. So it's
exactly,
and I got no enjoyment out of that. So this is
well, let me tell you, you're not hitting traffic coming up here. You're not.
It's a beautiful drive,
wide open, beautiful drive, beautiful scenery, and the roads are generally wide open.
Absolutely. So driving through the mountains, it's never a bad trip for us, and that's why we started coming down. We looked for a cabin, found it. At that time, my kids, so about 4 years ago, they would have been 6 and 8. You know, so we've done all the fascinating things around here. Again, it doesn't get old. We still love it. We still go to the game places and everywhere. But that's where the 19th Greene started coming from.
Okay.
We said, what else is there for the teenagers, young adults, older adults, anybody really is what it comes down to. What is there to do on a rainy day? You know, that's what we saw that need for activities. You know, again, the weather around here, when it's nice, it's nice. But when it's not, there's not much else to do. So that's kind of where the idea came from was how do we occupy people? You know, people come to this area wanting to be entertained. You know,
absolutely.
You know, the outdoors are a great thing. But sometimes you need to break up a vacation, break up your weekends, however it may be, and that's really what got us thinking about what other activities could people do. Um, that's out.
I think you hit the nail on the head there too. A lot of people come here to enjoy the outdoors, that
Mhm.
recreational experience of just being outside. But sometimes when it's raining, that could ruin the outdoor experience. You want to be inside, you want to be out on your boat, but you don't want to get drenched in the rain. So you need other activities to get involved with. And what you've done is you've created another awesome activity that you could do with family, friends. You can do it with your whole group so that you're not, how do I break this up? Maybe one spot is good for adults, but not for kids, or
Right.
vice versa. Maybe this spot's good for kids, adults. This is truly a whole encompassing family experience for all ages that you've created here. So we're going to break down a little bit of those services too. And I think anyone that says there's not much to do in Garrett County, you're not looking very hard because we've got awesome stuff like this popping up all the time. I have to say, I'm probably an expert rain hiker at this point. You wouldn't know it to see me. I get out there and hike a bit. But I'm an expert rain and snow hiker at this point. I never let the rain or snow kind of deter me, but
Mhm.
there's only so much of that you can physically do before you just start losing hope.
Right.
Because you're being rained on.
Right.
And now I have something fun that I can get together with my pals or even my family and just go and do.
And that's the entire point. Like you said, you can take the cold rain for so long, but if for people who are coming into the area, local residents, people who book a vacation a year in advance, you don't know what that week looks like.
Absolutely.
So you may, out of 7 days, you may get 2 or 3 nice days outside. You may get all 7. It's just luck of the draw. You really have no idea. This is
Yeah.
preparing for what else you can do. And again, it's not all day events, but it keeps you guys occupied. You spent your hard earned money to come on vacation.
Yeah.
Local residents, you're bored, whatever it may be. So that's why we're trying to appeal to everybody. Just
Awesome.
for the comfort and entertainment.
Yeah, and I know the locals appreciate it a lot. This is a great chance to do team building exercises. If you have a company that's coming here or currently here, you want to come and do something that's interactive for your whole group, regardless of what your group is. So, why golf? I mean, are you guys good golfers?
I'm not the best golfer. I'm okay.
You're supposed to say I'm a genius at this.
I'm not bad. But my son, he really got into golf over the past year and a half. He's been on the PGA Junior Tour
Okay.
In his group, and they went to the States this year. And so he's part behind this reason. We met that whole community of golfers. Like before any business, I would do business on a golf course. You would go out, golf outings. You would take clients, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So we do business all the time on a golf course. So that's why I'm good enough for those and scrambles. But we never realized, how big this community really is.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoys it. And being Western Maryland, Western PA, I mean, you're golfing from April, May until September, somewhere in there. So you have a
Yeah.
short window. And this is something that you can golf all year long.
Well, I mentioned this is something good for the professionals too that want to get, during the winter months when things are cold and shut up and they can't get out and play. This is an opportunity for them to keep their skills sharpened and even improve.
Absolutely, and that's where with the state of the art, we have TrackMan, the TrackMan systems, so they can help you identify your swing, how to improve it, things along those lines. So this is more recreational,
Okay.
but it also has the technology to help the people who are good at golf and the professionals that they want to keep that going. So that's why we bought these systems as well. We invested into those systems for the people using them.
So will you get together with professionals as well that could use this technology to really help, sharpen someone's instruction or something like that?
Absolutely. There's so many cameras that are going off in the simulator that it's taking your swing and analyzing it. So there's different features within each bay.
You did a little demonstration at your ribbon cutting for us where you did take a swing, and it was so cool because on the screen, somehow that technology was so fast.
Yep.
It had a picture of the exact moment that your club came in contact with that ball. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
Well, and it shows you the club head and how you're rolling your hands. And for the one that I hit, it picks up perfectly. It picked up my slice. I know I have one.
Yeah.
And it picked it up and it starts showing you the club head. Like I can't just out on the course, I can't tell what I'm doing wrong, but that technology is showing me how I can improve that. So
that's really cool. So with some assurity, you could say, hey, that's how that ball was going to go.
Exactly, and that's why it did that. So I can see, like I said, my club head was open, or however it may be, or I shanked one, and I was like, you watch the replay of it, and it shows your club head coming through, and it's like, oh, my wrists were turned over because of that. And it's like, again, you get that idea on the course, but nobody's sitting there recording you out on the golf course. This is taking each shot, and then it can help you. Like for the golfers who want to improve, that's how you can utilize the equipment to do that and work on it.
Okay. So your bays, let's talk a little bit about the golfing bays. Now, is this good for individuals, groups? Who can take advantage of these?
Yeah, both. So we have each bay, we have 2 bays that are for golf simulator. The third bay is for game system. For the golf bays, they hold up to 6 people. So for table seating plus golfing, so each one you can do 6 people. So if you have a big group, if you have 12 people, then you rent out both bays and they're side by side, which is nice. Yeah, so it gives enough space for large groups. If you have kids, so that's where the golf bay, you can book a golf bay with a kids bay next to it, where we have a game system that they can play Mario Kart and things along those lines. So adults can be in the second bay and the kids can be in the other bay. There's a couch, there's more seating for them. So that bay alone also holds another 6 people. So you have enough space for everybody, enough activities for both. Even in the golf bays, there's a putt. So there's a putting game that if the kids are, maybe not into golf, they still can putt and not need to use to hit a real golf course, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So you're talking about potential 20, or you're talking about potentially groups of 20 or more.
Easily, yeah. And then there's seating at the bar behind it. So if you wanted to rent out the entire space, there's more than enough space.
Awesome.
But if you're just coming in, we've had individuals who come in and golf. They order food and beverage, and they sit down and golf and do what they need to. There's a driving range, so someone they wanted to perfect their swing.
Yeah.
So they had that, and they ordered food and utilized it that way. We've had groups of 6 come in. We've had groups of 12 who wanted both bays. And we have a Christmas party booked that they want the entire space for that exact reason.
Wow.
Like you said, to have all the space and, again, freedom to
golf. Just have a really fun, interactive experience.
Exactly. And then they're catered to. There's the wait staff who's the food and beverage and everything that you may need.
So let's talk a little bit about your location. So for those that aren't familiar, you are now attached to the Greene Turtle. So for many years, people would have known that as kind of their back banquet room. So they did a little remodel there. Right. So they more or less sectioned off the room. So now it's complete own business that is now attached to the Greene Turtle. Now I understand you said food and beverage, so you can actually order from the Greene Turtle right there.
So there is another entrance that you come through with a code. So whenever you book, you get a code to come into the door on the side. You come into that area whenever the wait staff sees you come into your rented spot. They come and take your food, beverage orders, whatever you may need. So the wait staff those are their tables to accommodate as well.
That is super convenient. I can't imagine being able to go there. I don't have to worry about food or drink. I can just get my friends together and we get an order right there. And it's just a full experience.
Absolutely. And the other good thing is we have golf clubs there. So if you are here, vacation, locals, and you go down to the restaurant, you're like, I don't see anybody using those. We can go on the website and book. I don't have my golf clubs. Great. We have, each bay has.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It's convenient. You never know. I don't know how many times I've had extra time. And how do you fill it? Well, this is a great way that you don't have to plan. Again, you book the bay. There's a right-handed set, left-handed set, and then we even have a kids right-handed set, a kids left-handed set. So we have it.
That's so cool.
Bases covered for everybody.
Well, yeah, you're making sure that everyone's accommodated for, regardless of how they swing.
Right.
The kids and the adults have access to clubs that are going to fit them. Mm-hmm. And now I understand you'd probably allow someone to bring their own clubs if they wanted to work with them.
Absolutely. So you can bring your own clubs. We just ask that they're clean, free of debris and everything, because if not, we would be getting dirt and grass all over the bays. So we do ask that if you bring your clubs, just clean the club heads. We have golf balls there. We have actually 2 sets of two types of golf balls, but we do ask you to use ours because if you have used golf balls that you used out on the course and they're gouged and then you hit it against the screen, we can have problems there.
Yeah, you don't want to damage anything.
Right. But we do have Titleist 1, they're Pro V1s, RCT balls that the radar picks it up better. So it's not just a regular golf ball, it's used for golf simulation. So it picks up your spin better than a regular golf ball. So we have those in the bays for people to use. So if you're really trying to hone in on the skills and everything, it will pick up your ball speed a lot.
Well, and that's awesome. You don't have to worry about bringing your own.
Exactly. And a Pro V1 is top of the line golf ball. This is the Pro V1 RCT. So it's if I know some people are particular about which golf ball they use and they want those, we have it for you.
Gotcha. Well, that's wonderful to know that you have the best available for people. I'm the kind of golfer, I'm a casual golfer. I think the first time I ever swung a golf club, I was in a tournament, and the qualification to being on the college team I was on was a heartbeat. So so I was put on there. They were just happy to have someone in the position. You know, I'm not an expert by any means. I think my eyes were closed the first time I ever hit that golf ball. But I can come here, I can have a lot of fun, and know that I'm not going to lose my golf balls. I'm not going to have to worry about bringing my stuff if I don't have it with me. Right. So that sounds like a great experience that anyone can have here. So getting involved, how do I do the booking? Mm-hmm. How would I find more information about the 19th Green?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a Facebook page. It's 19th Green Deep Creek, so you know where that's at. Also, our website is 19thgreen.com. And whenever you're looking at green, it's Greene.
Like a play on Green Turtle there. They have the E.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I like it.
A play on the Green Turtle to show how incorporated we are.
Yeah.
And the 19th hole usually refers to the bar, the restaurant, wherever it is. So that's how we come up with the 19th Green, play on Green Turtle, and right off the building there.
Very cool. So people can go to your website. Yep. They can get pricing. They can get scheduled. They can do their booking through the website. Can we reiterate those contact information just one more time for anyone that may be listening?
Yep, it's 19thgreen.com, so 19thgreen.com, 19th Green Deep Creek on Facebook. Also, our phone number is 301-409-1883. But the website takes you right through it. You can book your bay for the hours that are available. You can also purchase memberships. So we do have a membership that you can utilize the space before, before regular hours.
Okay.
You know? So if you buy a membership, right now we have two different memberships. One is to offer a monthly pay basis. That's a tiny bit more. And then if you want to pay for the whole year up front, you get a discount.
Oh, nice.
But what that offers you is the availability to come in from 7 a.m. till 11 a.m., 3 p.m., somewhere in there. So right now, membership hours are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. But you can use the bay unlimited during that time. You have to book your bay, and you're able to use that on a monthly basis. You get your code, you get in the door. Workers don't have to be there, and you can come in and just golf in privacy, I guess you can call it.
Nice.
Then you get a discount if you want peak hours like a Friday or Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. You get a discount to be able to book those times as well. But memberships, it pays for itself if you're a golfer and you want to utilize that time. If you want to bring guests, it's $10 to add a guest during those times, and that opens them up to being able to come during off hours. Appreciate you giving us the space to explain really what we're here to do.
Well, thanks so much, Mike, for coming in. Thank you for your investment in Garrett County. Thank you for giving us something to do. You know, we appreciate businesses like yours. Every business that we add to our community helps lift our community. We have this ever-prevailing philosophy, you know, the rising tide lifts all ships. It's a JFK quote. I think he said all boats, but I made it better. Anyway.
No, I appreciate your continued efforts, because what the listeners don't understand is this isn't just something that came out of nowhere and Connor gave us some time on the podcast. This has been in the works for, I'd say, 14 to 16 months. Your efforts have been huge to make this happen, so we really appreciate it.
Nice. I'm going to use that in the commercial. I'll send you the check next week.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate you. We appreciate all of you, our listeners. Remember, folks, to be following us on Garrett County, Maryland Department of Business Development on our Facebook page, our X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. We have an Instagram now, and of course, we're on LinkedIn. Follow for all the latest that's happening in your business community, plus when other episodes of the Business B.E.A.R podcast are dropping. Again, folks, thank you so much for listening today. This is your business development specialist, Connor Norman. It's been my pleasure to be your host again today. We'll see you all on the other side.